Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you guys know, DLC 3 is going to come out within the next week, and I thought I would give kind of brief review of all the guns that are good within Mayhem 10 or below, since I'm pretty sure many people are actually returning back to the game and wondering what the best kinds of guns are. Now, these things aren't character specific. These are just generally just good guns to use. Gonna start off with the rocket launchers. We have a few here that I picked, including a yellow cake. But if you can't get a yellow cake, I'm pretty sure most people can't because the event is over. You can replace this with an ion cannon. Right now, from my testing, it seems like the back burner, which you can get from Agonizer, is probably flat out the best rocket launcher in the game. So here's what this thing does. Imagine if imagine if the Pimpernel was a rocket launcher, and then they gave it to you, and it has a singularity effect to it. That's this gun. It is amazing. Like, words can't describe how good this gun is. Also, if you're using a rocket launcher build, what you can do is you can run a cut purse relic with Launchpad, and then you can just get your ammo back by just slamming. This is commonly used in the Guardian Takedown raid, as you can easily just get all your ammo back. Now I am running through the Anvil, which is the hardest map in the game, and I am insta-giving enemies with this rocket launcher. Granted, this has the best rolls that you can get, but as you can see, if enemies fall within the selective range of the pellets, they immediately just die. Granted, I probably don't have enough survivability to survive, but as you can see, the gun's doing great work on basically anything that it touches. Now, I gotta be careful from death. Now, another gun that I do recommend is the Plague Bearer, which you can actually get from this map from the from the Warden. This gun is equally just as cool. They're actually both Mayhem 6 exclusive, so you can only get these guns if you're Mayhem 6 or above. Also, whoops, didn't see the spinner there. This gun is pretty nice. It does really decent damage. It's really easy to use as well. And it doesn't use up that much ammo, and it does really good damage. Really helps you go through maps if you'd like. Yeah, I'm gonna show off in action here. It's best suited if groups of enemies are like, or if enemies are all grouped up together. The next launcher is actually one that comes from the raid, from the Guardian Takedown, right? It's the Globe Tester, I think? I'm not sure how to, Globe Trotter or whatever. This thing is just an advanced version of the Agonizer 1500. It's pretty fun. I don't have the best roll on it, but it does do some pretty nice damage to basically all enemies. And you can get this in any other element, but I seem to only get cryo ones. It's pretty nice. It's also fun, but I recommend the X6 version. I have the X3 one, because the other version is actually a little bit more consistent. And yeah, pretty good stuff. It actually can't kill enemies in Mayhem 10. The next gun is the yellow cake. And if you don't have the yellow cake, you can use you can just use an ion cannon. They basically do the same thing. Yellow cake was nerfed recently. It's still pretty good. Not what it used to be, since the nerf was a little bit too harsh, but it's still not that bad. It's still manageable, still usable. Not what it used to be, but it can kill enemies. If you really want a rocket launcher, that actually can do some damage. But I still recommend the other rocket launchers if you want to like speed farm some bosses. I have the ion cannon, but I don't have one on this character, or have farmed for one recently. But you can do like billions of damage with that thing, with the right anointments and everything. So that's it for rocket launchers. Whoops. Also, this thing can kill you, so be careful. So I'll be back with some assault rifles now. Alright, now we're back with assault rifles, and the ones that I do recommend are probably not that much. Actually, two of them come from the cartel event, which both you can't obtain, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find it if a friend of yours has one, or you can probably find one in trading. But the real one that you can really use is just the Monarch. The Monarch kind of has a power creep on every other assault rifle. It's that good of an assault rifle. You can get it from Kilovolt, located in Electricity, which you do have to unlock via a side quest. And right now, this is probably probably best weapon in the game, honestly. There's not much else to say about it. If people do the Guardian Takedown event, they only use this gun. It is just that much of a good weapon, and it blows the Dictator out of the water. Obviously, you don't have to see footage, it's just you aim it at an enemy and hey, look, they're dead. Another gun is the Carrier. This weapon isn't too bad. I quite like this one because it fires so many rockets. And this one is not that bad to get, and it does do some work. Even though the OPQ exists, but this is still a very solid weapon. I do definitely recommend it. You can get this from Judge Hightower, located also in Electricity. Seems like Electricity just has all the good assault rifles in the game. And yeah, it just fires a barrage of missiles. Apparently it can't kill death though. But pretty solid assault rifle. It can actually do some work. And of course there's OPQ system, which always kills me. And there's also no pew pew. These both also can kind of compete with the Monarch. If I can find some enemies in here, they're both pretty good. No pew pew especially, and I also love the fact that COV has bottle scopes. I really like that. But yeah, this video is mostly tailored to those who are like returning to the game and want to know what the best weapons are. But yeah, the only thing that sucks about this weapon is that you can't really get this weapon because the cartel event is over. But, you know, if you have other means to get this weapon, by all means, feel free to get it. And there's also OPQ system, which I killed myself with earlier. And that should be it for assault rifles. Now, I will be back with sniper rifles, SMGs, and I think that's it. I don't think there's any worthwhile pistol right now. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright, now back to sniper rifles. I have selected a handful of these, and I'm actually on a different character now. The first one, and probably the best one on FAQ right now, is just a Mayhem 10 Skullmasher. And they fixed this so you can actually get the Mayhem 10 variant of this. And if you can control the recoil, because I have the recoil modifier on this thing, makes Mayhem 10 look pretty easy. And I quite love it. Now, of course, there's this meme of Flak being bad, and Flak making basically every weapon pretty easy to use, but honestly, I really love the Skullmasher, and I'm glad that they brought it up to Mayhem 10. Because whenever I was playing Flak or any other character, I felt like something was missing without the Skullmasher, and now that we have it, is definitely the game is definitely a better experience now. I'll just say that much. Definitely makes this not look like Mayhem 10. The other one is probably a fan favorite. It is Krakatoa. This gun was brought up a little bit from the Mayhem health nerf. It was affected a little bit by Mayhem 10, but now that they nerfed the health values of all Mayhem stuff, it is a pretty solid weapon now. Especially against minor enemies. I don't know if I would use it against bosses, but this gun is it's not half as bad now. Then there's the unseen threat. This weapon is mostly good against bosses, but you can also use it against enemies, and it'll probably do well once I can get one. There's one. Boom. They just disappear. And at least this one doesn't have that bad of recoil. You can actually control the recoil with this one, unlike the Skullmasher, and I kind of like that. You can get this from DLC too. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Skullmasher you can also get from the second DLC as well, from Easter. This one I think comes from a rare enemy, located in... where's the place? Hold on. It is in... Curse Haven? I think it was Curse Haven, and then I think you have to come right around here, I think. This place. That's where the enemy spawns, and you can get yourself an unseen threat. Also, I didn't watch out. Whoops. But I think we're fine. If enemies could stop pushing me. That was actually not a bad crit. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I guess that brings us up to our next weapon. Whoops. The Storm. The Storm was recently buffed. I say recently, it was actually a while ago. And with the Mayhem 10 nerfs, this weapon isn't not half bad. It's a pretty solid weapon now, especially since they fixed it, since beforehand it wasn't even shooting both. And now, if you can get the bullets to hit, it's really not that bad. A pretty solid sniper against minor enemies. I don't know if I'd use this against bosses, but... okay, maybe using it against an enemy that resists shock is not the play. I also haven't played Flak in a while, so excuse my constant, like, fight for your life. I'm still learning. Okay. Alright, so that should conclude basically all the weapons. There are other weapons, you know, such as weapon types such as shotguns and everything else, but for now, these are the weapons that I recommend. Most legendary shotguns are fine, like the Lob. There's a few others that I'm probably forgetting, like an X25 Stagecoach or the Garcia. They're all fun, and you can all use them in Mayhem 10, but that should cover up basically most of the weapons that I had. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.